Hey Lordy, wait a second. It didn't say psychonauts, it says psychopaths. Right? Where'd you get the psychonauts from? No, it's a Sims 4. Close enough. Oh my goodness. I do have psychonauts somewhere if you want me to play that. I'm gonna run an ad, by the way, just so, because it's the start of the stream. That's the whole purpose of it. There we go. Also gonna turn on the lights to make them move, make them do things. There we go. Now we got something going. Oh, the ads. Did you get any? Or are you still blissfully watching? Yeah, it's kind of bright. It's not gonna be a lot of moon. There's gonna be a lot of moon. Oh, that's lovely. Good. Let's just get it out of the way. Hello. Hello, Mr. Well, Dr. Porkchop, I should say. Porkchop Sensei. I don't know why I'm setting up the camera like it matters. I usually don't play with camera when I'm playing a game. You guys are making it very lovely to be here today. Can't wait to start. I was still gonna finish my tour. Of the exotic Islamophobic fantasy dark ride. Let's see if I can find it. In the meantime, enjoy Shadowgate 64 in Dutch. Some ancient footage of a VHS tape. I don't know from what year actually. I really don't know if it's like from 2000, 2008, but it's definitely not of the last decade. This decade or the previous one. Definitely from before that. Well, let me see what I can do. So last time we, I don't know how much you got to see of that. Goddamn, I'm sounding pathetic. Oh, that's because I am. Let me see. That's because I am. What else is there to say about that? Last time we got this far. That was good. So I was talking about my inspiration for some of the... Hello? Why is it not... Oh, wait, because I didn't click anything. So I showed my restaurant in The Sims 4, and there was some theme park inspiration behind it. Some childhood stuff. If you weren't there, chances are you weren't. I'll just recap quickly. There were some lines in place, or we call it ropes in place, so people are forced to enter and stand in line. And they're forced to zigzag pointlessly just to get into the restaurant. And I was inspired by this particular attraction that has a lot of these outside, but nowadays I don't know if it's regularly empty. It's not, of course, it's not as new as it used to be, so it's not as popular as it used to be. I mean, it's a dark ride from the 80s, so that's usually not. They usually have some latest hot shit attraction in the park that has like 3-hour queues in the weekends, but this one is usually now largely you still have some queues on busy days, but I don't know if you actually get it to fill up all the way outside like this. So you can not quite see it clearly here, I think, but yeah, on a busy day, you'd have a queue that start here outside, and you had to zigzag around it, and some parts could be open, so you start here or here if it was less busy, but nowadays you start inside. Now, that was my inspiration, and then you also have this, like, Islamic architecture inspired silliness going on, which I also implemented in my build. Maybe that's also because I started with that stuff because I love this. I love that sort of stuff in random spots, just showing up randomly. Um, I thought it was a mirror for a second, and I was like, "How is that? Is that kid is not holding a camera? No, it's not a mirror. That's the exit part." So you got here. Here you got all these balconies and some water inside. I fanboyed about the balconies and the water and how you're forced to walk all the way around the entrance. I just love the entrance of this. I'm gonna skip some parts, but I think the waiting area, like the whole queue, is almost as interesting, if not as interesting, as the actual dark ride. So, specifically for this one, you can see people coming in and out of the actual ride on their boats. There's a big spinning wheel. People disembark and embark there. People get off here and then they go up to the exit. And on the there in the middle, people wait for this to spin by. It's kind of an exciting feeling, especially if there's been a lot of build-up and a lot of waiting time to get finally on that spinning dial. Where's the dais, by the way? And then to board, and then yeah, you go on a rails because it's actually doesn't really, it's not that obvious, especially when you're a kid. The thing's obviously on the rails, but there's a lot of water here, shallow water. Indoors, and I love that. I love like a good boat ride indoors. I just find it so interesting, right? And then even better, there's a curtain here that you pass to get into the ride. And I'm just recapping that, and it opens automatically and closes behind you. And it's just something cool about the curtain opening for you automatically, right? Curtains are fucking amazing because like the thing that goes behind the curtain, you couldn't see that before clearly. That is suddenly revealed to you, and that is an exciting feeling. It's a projection. It wasn't. I don't think it was a projection when I was a child. That was too advanced. It also looks very colorful. I don't think it was that colorful. Then you got this snake stuff. Yeah, okay, so jungle area. I love good amount of like cave stuff and water. I talk about this a lot. I love caves and water and plants, right? I'm getting around to the Sims soon. Then you got geriatric animatronic, and I think he used to. I don't know if he actually opens the door still himself. In this case, I love a little bit of epilepsy-inducing flashes. It's great. I love my flashes. And then here we are, like in a one-on-one copy of the Middle East. Yeah, his outfit was kind of. They get quirky at night with the animatronics. There was a whole comic book about how. I guys talked about this Belgian comic book series some months ago. Yeah, I don't know what they get up to now, but during the day they're already pretty cheeky. They're already pretty cheeky. And some of them have like the gal to point a gun at you and shit like that. But yeah, this is like a one-on-one copy of the Middle East, as you can tell. This is just perfectly. It's a very 80s interpretation, I guess. No, I don't think it was like meant to be like contemporary. It was meant to be like very 1001 Nights. So it wasn't meant to be like contemporary, but then again, maybe it was like, especially the dentist thing. Um, that one is such a nightmare. I hated that they included that. So the guy that is pulling someone's teeth here. Well, he's moaning. He's clearly not having a good time, and this is like his permanent. This is what he's up to permanently. I don't even think he ever gets to. Not even at night he gets to leave. At night he gets a new tooth. At night he gets a new tooth, and then his torture continues the next day. So and now we get a bit less impoverished, because of course the Middle East is all about the income disparity. I don't know. Then again, what isn't? I think they you smell some spices here and stuff because they also do that sort of thing. You can't quite capture the whole feeling of being on board. Is this a part where they say, "Oh, it's dangerous," and this a fun? That's a fun puppet to like scream at or like yell at as a kid because he seems to be talking to you in like some several different languages. I think I don't know what he says. One of them is Dutch, but he's like talking to you, so like, shut the fuck up, you moron. That's my instinct still nowadays, just to yell at him. The crocodiles are a nice touch because everyone knows they are like all over Saudi Arabia, right? Crocodiles are everywhere in the desert. Well, I don't know. I think this was the Egyptian inspired part because no, actually no, like why are there crocodiles here? I don't really see them. Did the sultans have pet crocodiles? Oh, he doesn't. I'm not sure if they want you to enter here. I don't know. They always seem to be yelling at you. They're not happy. You see, they're lowering the fence. They don't like that. It's very unpleasant that they're doing that. I found it very unwelcoming. I, I don't understand this section. I guess this is the red light district or some kind of. This guy's starting to shoot you. They're getting very. He was ahead of its time. He was ahead of its time. That wasn't really such a thing yet. And now we're past that era, kind of. I guess we kind of past that. I mean, it will be back, but it's no longer a hype. Remember, that was the whole world was like captivated by terrorism, like for obsessed with it. Nowadays, it's trans people used to be like obsessed with terrorism. That was the main obsession. And yeah, it happened. I guess, it sure happened, but. Is it meant to be the thieves' hideout? Um, I don't know because there wasn't really much of a um sesame open your shit kind of deal. No, I don't think so. I think he's I think these are like dungeons or something. Like there's some prisoners here. But these were innocuous times. Like you could see a Muslim guy with a gun pointing at you, and you weren't like, "Oh, this must be a terrorist." You know, that was nice. About the 80s and 90s. Nowadays it's like nowadays it's ruined because you see the wizard and you're like, "Oh, that must be a drag queen because he has a dress," and the people are like, "Oh no, he's grooming us. He's showing us that men can wear dresses. Oh no." Then again, when haven't conservative politics ruined everything? Okay, let's see what else is there. Some trade harbor. Yeah, I don't get why we have to pass through caves and dungeons. Maybe it was a thieves' hideout, but they didn't have many treasures, to be honest. There was some skullduggery going on, at least. Let's put it like that. Tiger is quite huge. And we got bitches, the beach nas. I swear to God, she seems real. And it would still fuck with me, and I'm pretty sure it's been done before. Oh, there's the bit of macro. I never know what it is. It's like supposed to be a baby in a diaper, like a giant baby in a diaper. Oh god, this part. Yeah, okay. So here we kind of like just getting a sneak peek at Elon Musk's. No, it's not Elon, I guess. It's just like that. It was a bit of a. This thing is just massive. I mean, I'm sure it was good for someone's macro awakening. I always found him very disgusting. He just put my macro awakening to sleep. I find it just so weird that the harem part or the sultan part is so. I guess he doesn't really show the actual scenes that much. But like this is a very eye-catching scene. Oh my god, not the slaves. What are those? I guess everyone is a slave in that culture, huh? It's not the most politically correct theme park sometimes, but you know, maybe it's historically accurate. They had a lot of slaves from every fucking culture. I say as if I know. At least in the fairy tale he does. Some nice Pepper's ghost, I guess. Pepper's ghost, drag queen. I still can't get over that they didn't show more of the opulence scene. Opulence, you own oil refineries. And this is some laser shit that they loved back then. Like that was some new ass technology, I guess. But they didn't even show how the lasers sort of trigger the fountains. Oh well. It's not the best capture. Maybe I have to watch another one at some point. But then we're back at the end actually. But it was kind of climatic, I thought, always the lasers. But again, some things you can't capture, like the smell of the place, like the scent of like the spices and just the water and the cave-like smell. It's nice. I love a good musty cave smell, like nice and dank. Yeah, and then you're back on the dais and you exit, and you get to the store so you can buy your souvenirs of see of all your favorite. I actually have that lion. I have that lion, and I bought it there. I forgot where I got it. But I probably bought it here. I'm actually kind of sure about it because I went there with Lux when he was visiting me for several months, I should say. Oh fuck my eyes. It's bright. Oh, this is pretty nice. So yeah, that's an experience, everyone. I hope my diet racism was not taken at face value by anyone. That was not really the. You want to see more rides, or maybe later? Maybe we can see more. Oh god, this one is good. This one is good though. You can't really capture it quite, but it's good because it's like a roller coaster, a themed roller coaster. And again, it has like a bit of a boat stuff and indoors, although it's not as cozy as this one. Like this has all these dungeons and caves and stuff, make it feel kind of cozy. And you got to sail under a giant baby's diaper. Like how many times I remember every time, if not every other time, you go under his fucking big fat ass, and some one or another dad jokes about him taking a dump or taking a shit on you. Like that's some really weird. I don't know. There's so many raunch fans, but I've heard my share of the giant man baby, because he's not quite a baby, because he's got a fucking mustache, right? And taking shit on you. I'm more concerned about the testicle cheeks, to be honest. I don't think that is a healthy secondary, I call it sex trait, secondary sex trait development. Hmm. Not not very good stuff. I think it's probably my least favorite part about the whole ride. He's also the only thing that is, well, maybe the wizard, but I know I can still get behind that. He's just a bit uh, Mayhem Miller. The wizard is just a drag queen. I mean to say, like he's using his magic powers to open doors. But the and the Sultan is just like the 0.1%, if not less, right? And but then you got a fucking testicle cheeks genie. I guess it's a djinn. And then that's why I don't believe. That's why I don't buy it anymore. That's why I'm like, no, this is not a very realistic ride. In the end, it jumps the shark a bit with that. But I will say it builds up to it. I will say it builds up to it a little bit. I remember that the dancers, the female dancers, that so far maybe because you can't see their faces quite, they seem the most realistic somehow. But I was very concerned for their backs. There is one that takes on this kind of pose where it just has a 360-degree turn, twist in her posture. Her legs are like this and her back is like that. She leans backwards. She's like, I don't know if that's realistic. But it just looks like between the puppets that are the most in pain, there are like three. You got a guy that has his tooth being pulled. You got a dancer with the twisted spine. It's just leaning backwards 360 degrees. And then there's the guy that is almost drowning in the dungeon. You didn't see him here. Yeah, the theme parks are 1990s home videos recorded on camcorders. If yeah, it would be. But actually, I think we tried it in the 90s, and I have some footage of that stuff. It was vastly different quality. It was just too dark for traditional cameras. Usually, like in the 80s, I think we had a we had a camcorder at home as well. We borrowed that. It was huge and it required a big lamp. In the 90s, we had a different camera and it didn't require an extra spotlight anymore. Yeah, the videotapes are pretty cute, aren't they? The Super VH, no, it's not Super VHS. Well, it is an SVHS tape, but it is that quality because it's higher quality than actual VHS. Didn't know that. We just put it on a VHS tape thinking it would be the same, but there was both generation loss and also quality loss because the VHS tape seems to have like a less detail. Not to mention we also didn't really pay attention to different brands or something, which is a bit of a waste in hindsight. But there was definitely some generation loss and what else was there? Like less detail per definition, like less definition maybe. No, you can't say that because it was like gonna be 720 by 576 lines for PAL. So that was the same, but still there was more detail on the camera tapes. Even so, we had these little you had these little Super VHS tapes, and the quality of that was a lot better, of course, than 80s cameras, but low lighting still would have made most of this ride completely rendered invisible, except for some of the parts that have clear spotlights on them. I do recall having some footage, and I may dig it up. I may dig it up somewhere because I still have that. I have it digitalized somewhere. I have to see. But it was always so shitty to film something that was indoors without extra light on, without daylight or just a lot of extra light on. Blurry, and the sound was worse too. It was much more like hello, I guess. And now you film it on your phone and it's better quality than the. It was very yellow. Yeah, the tone was warm. That is true. There was no compensation in terms of white balance for that it was indoor light, I guess. Maybe if you had a good camera it could sort of switch, but it was not something that the average consumer would do, or be able to do even maybe. I'm not even sure if our camera had a white balance thing to correct the. But even now, like if I use my camera and I don't adjust the settings automatically or otherwise, just the webcam, I'm very blue in daylight and much more yellow in this light. So that's still a thing. It's just that I think it's more automatically compensated for by phone cameras. They just sort of do this themselves usually. Compensate for it. Sometimes you may want to fine tune it, but on average, people don't have to unless they're more fussy about these things. That's some good shit. I kind of want to watch one more. I kind of want to watch one more. So let's see, what else do they have? I mean, that was my favorite, more or less. Um, I'm getting more and more political recommendations just because you watch one. It started a bit with Pride Month, and now by the end of it, my entire homepage feed is things have. It's also not very good, is it? The algorithm. It's like, oh, you've watched this recently. This must mean you want to see more now. Not like it doesn't even base it on the long term. I don't know if it just deletes my history after a while because it feels like this is all very like, oh yeah, this is sort of the sort of thing that might have ended up in my feed last week. Not and none of this I would actually watch. That's the stupid thing. It tries to be so close to something I watch, which is already kind of bland and simplistic for an algorithm. And then it's also like, but not quite it. Um, let's go to After Wesley. So wait a second, is this night shot POV? Which one is the good? Which is the best one? Which is the best? This is with the lights on. No, thank you. No, that would ruin it too much. The night shot, is that not just gonna be very green like this? Let me see. That we had a night shot function on our late '90s camera, and it was just a lot of. It was a lot of green. I don't know. Let's see, what is this? Oh, this is the official. This is the official upload webpage, and it's from 1 month ago. That's a nice production quality, but I think they captured the ambient lighting well with this, because it does feel quite gloomy. Even when you're there, your eyes really have to adjust for how gloomy it is. Then again, I prefer it when it's a bit less cinematic. Is this including the queue? Because I kind of want to see that. UV. Wait, there's a new scene? I didn't know that. I've been on this one a couple of times. Even though I didn't go to the theme park that many times as an adult. Maybe 4 times? 3 times? 4 times? 4 times. And each time was like with different people, I think. More or less. The new generation of people ended up replacing with the next generation. Let me see. This is the ride. Oh, okay, whatever. I'm just gonna go with the other POV. The cinematic one, right? It's fine. It's fine. So this was like Flying Dutchman inspired theme park ride. So it's a roller coaster with some. What is the century? 17th century? Let's just say centuries old. I don't know what century it was. Is it actually? It's just the name of the guy, right? Willem van der Decken. Let me see what it was. Let me see what it was. Probably a fictive person. Cursed captain of the Flying Dutchman. The story goes that he sailed out because of during Easter. On Good Friday, 1776. He sailed into a storm near, what do you call this again? Cape of Good Hope, is that really? Is it not just Cape Town? Oh, that's just, yeah, it's Cape Town. But it's probably the city? Or whatever. So that is where, it doesn't look like Africa, to be honest. It didn't look like South Africa to me, this part. I don't think they really went for a specific area. Like the whole onboarding part is more 17th century Amsterdam inspired, the queue and everything. They went. There was a lot more to just like what was the story really? No. The story, the Cursed Captain. It was from a book by an English writer. He was just writing about some Dutch cap. We had a lot of beef with the English. Maybe they were just like, you know what, this is our fan fiction of the stupid Dutch asshole that goes out into a storm and dies. Probably inspired by one or two, by several real world figures. So something about he went out to sail into the storm at Easter, and then the devil cursed him, and he would be sailing for all eternity. All right. So that was that. So this is still the queue part. It's not in water. Just walking through the... Oh, this is like one of those Donkey Kong Country 3 levels. Looks a bit like those mill levels in Donkey Kong Country 3. But I think it's like a storage house. Oh my god, the music, by the way. Let's see if we can hear it. Oh, this is probably just chatting. Should probably update it to just chatting, but I'm an amateur. I don't really care. Let's see. Fine, I'll update it. Fine. This music is extremely brainwashy. It's a very short loop. And you hear it for a long time. You don't actually hear it on board of the ride. It's not, you don't hear it. It's only in the harbor. It's only in the queue, which can take a long time. Yeah, that's the thing. When you've been to this theme park, you hear those songs in your dreams for a while. Oh, they actually made a music sort of match that is embarking. But it's curious that they went from Amsterdam straight to Africa where it's supposed to take place, but you don't see that. There's sadly no African exoticist fantasy involved. It's just a lot of sailing in the dark. Oh, I can see why you would want the night cam here. There's a lot of dankness, is right. A lot of mist. And you feel wind. You feel a lot of wind. Those I guess are stars. They did a good job actually with the making it feel like you're sailing at sea inside of a fucking building. Somewhat. It's not like even that there's a lot of waviness to it, but I don't even know what you're looking at here. Oh, that's the what do you call it? The bow of the ship. At least they knew where to film, because there was not. There's a lot of darkness. That's true. There's a lot of ambient darkness. You kind of go inside of this bow of a ship. You go inside of the bow of a ship. Then you go down a little bit. Then you face upwards. You see this fucking face. And the next part is like a very cheesy looking projection that is always kind of immersion breaking to me. So just a warning. I don't know. It just seemed a bit tacky. So here you go up. And this is the best part. Then you go outside. And you're here. And it's such a good feeling. After all that build-up, it's such a good feeling. You're up a bit high. You're usually up quite higher than you think. And that gets me every time. It goes faster than it seems to go. It's also very loud. It's very loud. Which adds to the excitement. It looks fairly tame. But that first drop is crazy. That first drop is just so unexpected, such a good jump scare. Very girl boss, like this part where it opens up and you go outside and you're like, oh fuck, I'm up high. I love that. Here we go. Like if it were just outside from the start, it probably wouldn't be that. It's pretty fast, by the way. It's pretty fast. But it wouldn't be as scary. There wouldn't be much of a jump scare to it. But it's so fucking... Should I leave this on in the background while I play Sims? Wait, why is it... why is he filtered like that? A mysterious letter. Okay, let's see. The main character is introduced. A mysterious letter arrives, hinting at an adventure. The character meets their quirky sidekick. They discover a hidden map leading to a lost treasure at 9-8. The duo embarks on their journey. I want to see what timestamp do we pick? What timestamp do we pick? Can we just get rid of the stupid fucking donation bar? Hold on a second. I want a Ko-fi goal. I don't have a goal. Right now. Let me see. Okay. What's happening? Oh, I zoomed in too much. I want... Hold on. Where's the chapter overview? The concept of an hour-long video of silence, occasionally interrupted by the word Walter, is a truly unique and innovative idea that has the potential to captivate and inspire viewers in profound ways. By taking something as simple as sound and transforming it into a thought-provoking experiential piece of art, this video represents the epitome of creativity and imagination. It challenges our perceptions, expands our understanding of sound and silence. It challenges viewers to explore the nuances of sound and embrace the stillness of silence. Someone was very inspired by this. This looks like ChatGPT wrote it. This feels very ChatGPT. I see someone also. My guy really asked ChatGPT to write an essay on Walter. I knew I wasn't the only one. I've talked with ChatGPT maybe 3 times to ask him what is a funny sounding word in Swedish? And what do you call the spout of a kettle? I didn't know the word. It was spout. The prophecy's warning comes true as they face the ultimate challenge at 48 minutes and 16 seconds. Hold on. Let's listen to that. I wasn't ready for so much emotional discharge. Truly can hit at this, they're building up to the climax. And then finally, the end credits as the characters celebrate their victory and newfound friendships. Those were the Ewoks dancing, celebrating the death of, celebrating the explosion of the Death Star, the death of the Emperor. Let me see one more time. Finally, everything is alright with the universe again. That was touching. I'm dumping a lot of energy in today's stream, and hopefully I will be sick of streaming for a while. Jesus Christ, I keep thinking like, I should stream. I should stream. I should stream. No, I shouldn't. I should be doing stuff for myself. I don't know what I should be doing. Probably not this. I just want to get a fill. I just want to get my fix. Just trying to get my fix. You know what I mean? I could just watch YouTube stuff instead of playing any fucking game. That would be something. Game The Sims 4. That would be some content. So I found out that the game is broken. Specifically what I tried to do last time. Broken. So the game has been updated, right? Oh yeah, right. I need to have a soundtrack or something for The Sims. Let me just find something. Right. Let's see what this fuckface has. What other restored soundtracks Mr. Fuckface has. I'm not gonna slam the guy again. I'm not gonna drag him again. I don't know. What should we play? What's a good? You know what? You know what? Fuck it. Let's just play some goddamn endless JRPG soundtrack. Is a good background volume? It's just so there's not just silence when I'm not talking. So the thing that was broken, if anyone is interested, other than my brain, is this is a new message. I hate it. I hate it. This looks, because the middle one looks like Dutch, almost. It's a good volume, right? Yeah, it's usually like around minus 40 dB, but some tracks betray you and they suddenly go up like 10 decibels. Or down, like this. I can't tell which Sakuraba Motoi soundtrack this is. If I didn't, I wouldn't be able to tell it if I didn't know. Look, it's Mayor the Mayor. Or a Yuko practice. Untaint Magic. I'll go deal with this woman. I don't know what we're gonna do with her. But I'm thinking of giving her drugs. I don't know how to do that. But we'll see. Criminalized. Oh no, it's definitely legalized here. Legalized. Where else? Why would it even be? Definitely legalized wherever I live. I don't actually use it. But I just can't stand it when it's illegal. It's so arbitrary. I'm like, legalize fucking alcohol first. Not that that worked very well. It's such shitty product. Shitty. Where else? Zach, you have drank your share of caipirinha and shut up. I drink once a year. Usually in summer. I think the last time I drank alcohol was like over a year ago at least. I hate it. As in, like, I don't like the effects of it at all. Not even like a sliver of the effect of it. Where else do I live? Or where do my guys live? Not that they use it, but they everywhere they live, they need to have it. I'm gonna leave it criminalized in Willow Creek. It looks so American and backwards. In some ways. I think that covers them. Oh, right. Tartosa. Sure. No, not me. Not me. Her. I don't know what to do with her. I just don't like... I don't like any of these people. I don't like any of these people. It's tempting. It's tempting, you know, to just... I don't want to start out like that. Don't want to start out like that yet. So you got this tiny ass pond that looks like a decorative fish pond, and you can just have a massive sign in there that tells you can fish there. What? Is anyone home? Let me start with that. Oh, she lives there. Does she canonically live there, or is it just me? Oh, she does. That is actually the canonical mayor of this town, isn't she? Oh, she has a son. Now that is sad. Guess I'm gonna have to kill them both. That is sad. Wait a second, I don't even have vampire powers? Because I really like... Let's start from the beginning. I don't even have the power to make them emotionally emotional wrecks. So I wanted to be an interior decorator. And look, there are no jigs showing up. And no matter what I did, remove mods and everything, never worked. It's just a EA bug. In some older saves, it just doesn't work. The whole career is just broken. So I'm just gonna pretend I'm an interior decorator. And I will redecorate these people's houses if I can help it. I've already learned this thing while practicing magic. Just takes a while, doesn't it? Wait, there's a spell book as well. These are just perks. Where's the spell book? How does that even work again? Oh, there it is. Okay. So I still actually don't know where it is. So, okay. I'm actually looking for this spell. This one is not that interesting. This one is. Oh, is that a fox that is not stretched out? Like, I had some foxes that tried to do human animations. So where did the sun go? He's not gonna tell on me, is he? He's not gonna whine about. He's not gonna complain. One of them escaped. One of them escaped. My good company. Is he? Where is he? Let me put on my glasses so I can spy better. This is very countryside because there's nothing happening at night. Nothing. Nobody around. Okay. This is a pretty huge lot. They could have given it, made the water a bit bigger for this. Well, right. What kind of game changer did they even hire for this? Because this is their era of hiring game changers. Where did the teenage son go? I mean, there was nowhere to go at this hour of the day. You have to wake up, guy. You have to wake up. I got something. Trust me. You have to wake up. I got something for you. What is only the thoughts inside your head? What happened? What happened? I don't have any thoughts. No. I wouldn't do anything violent to him. I just want to be magical. Just want to do something magical. It's not as much spooky as it's just kind of soul-crushing sometimes to be out in the sticks. Kind of, it's anxiety-inducing maybe in some ways, but not quite in a spooky, haunted way, I think. Oh, right. Well, that's it. Now it looks dumber than before. That was anticlimactic. I think you guys need to repair. Need to repair something. Dumb and happy. Yeah, and a bit fried. Carl's Carl's club. Wait, what is this one? This is a club for just people getting crushed by vending machines. How dare this club be full? Okay, so I'm gonna make my own club, I guess. Create a club. Oh, it's broken? Or no? Okay. What's a good icon? This is a mod, by the way, otherwise you don't get as much choice, of course. They never try that hard. So what you do in this club is repairing things. Wait. Not the dead hamster icon. What the hell? That was grim. This is a club where you can just smile happily by simulating an electrocution death. Because it turns your brain to mush. It's for absolute morons. Invite them. They don't even get a say in this. You are now a member. What was his name? Chopra? Chopra. No, let's see. What can we do? I love that this was... I complained about this before. But it's such silliness that they made a world based on the UK countryside, you know, imagine it to be a bit yeah, to have a certain demographic. No, a black mayor that is also a lesbian and female in the English countryside. It's all a bit like. Are you sure this isn't Los Angeles? You know, it's. Are you sure you're not basing the demographic on what is palatable in certain big American cities, or what is more a representation of that? Are you sure you're not projecting a little bit? Are you sure you're not just kind of appropriating an aesthetic and then applying an American demographic to it? Or an idealized American demographic? It's so weird. It's weird. I always found it a bit. Like, do that with your own... Do that with the many, many cities. Just make this full of fat Tories. Fat ham-faced gammons. That would be believable. This looks like she would fit right in. We have to get more diversity in this club. I'm all for diversity. Here's the short king. True diversity. Gotta have a short king in there. What else is true diversity? I haven't seen a berry-skinned person yet. Do I even have any this time around? Do I have any berries to juice? So she lives in this place. I'm kind of looking for those that I think are still living in the world. Look how many victims. Look how many are not handsome young men. You're kind of not that ugly for a sim, but I mean, those cheeks are very cartoonish. I still haven't found this guy. It's just, there's just too many. That proves my point that we need to call the numbers a little bit. So what do we like in this club? We like to fix objects to make sure we don't run out of things to do. We also do drugs. And you also build robots. And you also, and this is the cheeky one, because it's a little naughty club, right? It's a bit naughty. You sabotage objects, so you don't run out of things to repair. Happier happens. Happier happens. Happy happens. Okay. Start gathering. Now, I'm not gonna do anything personally. Oh, hold on, interruption.
Happy happens. Happy happens.
Flying Dutchman ASMR by a real Dutchman. How much more immersion, how much more groundbreaking content can you expect for fucking Twitch? It's amazing. Also, speaking of toucans, I couldn't resist. I've seen this plushie around in the supermarket for months, for like almost since I got here last year, and I wanted it for so long, and I was like, no, I shouldn't be buying more plushies. It takes up so much space. And then today, in the right mindset, I walk past it. I still see it. I'm like, fuck, I'm just gonna have it. I need one. Look at it. I could say it's a company expense, but that would be a lie. That would be tax fraud, because I love this thing. Wouldn't really buy it for anything else than myself. Personal purposes. But the interruption was like, Mom asking, can I send you a photo of this faulty chair with faulty parts that I need to return on WhatsApp, and you mail it to me, and then I can save it on my PC, because my USB thing usually doesn't pick up the phone. It's true. That's true. It doesn't really directly connect very well. Pick up it doesn't really work. File transfer. Half the times. Randomly. But I was like, you can open WhatsApp on the web, send it to me, but then open it and save it yourself. And she's like, no, then they will know everything about me, and WhatsApp will know a lot about me. I was like, what will it know that it doesn't now? It's like, oh, you just don't want to help me. I thought I just came upstairs. I just did. I gave you an instruction on how to skip a needless step. If you want to keep your photo of a faulty chair secret from as many companies as possible for some fucking reason, then maybe you shouldn't ask me to mail it to you as well. Which is an extra instance of an extra copy of your information or whatever is sensitive information. Try not to lose your mind. Challenge. That could apply to my story just now, but it actually applied to the music. The 1 hour long boarding section. Background song. Of the Flying Dutchman. Wake up! I'm back. Wake up, guys. No more fucking ASMR now. Only loud, painful noises. Although, apparently anything's ASMR now that makes a sound. Like restoring the crusty, yellowish, broken Super Nintendo. Aha! Oh, I thought aha was a funnier way to wake up. You know, it's like... Aha! You hear my voice and you get inspired and energized. Aha! Ha ha ha! Blah blah blah! Badida! Like a sin that suddenly has like a mood swing. It seemed like a funny cartoony reaction. Evil Dr. Porkchop, the kind of guy that when he wakes up jumps out of bed and says, Eureka! While pointing a finger up to the ceiling. Just reaching for banter sometimes. What do you do when you want to stream, you want attention, you don't have anything to talk about, you just talk fucking nonsense. To be fair, that's most friendship, like good friendship conversations, the best are about complete fucking nonsense, right? That's what I seem to recall from when I was a human. I had a human friend. Or one or another human friend. It wasn't just one, but I usually had one at a time. That's why I said I went to the Efteling with different people throughout my life. Like, I have to replace my party members. Sometimes it just... they're squishy. Does that make me the tank? I wouldn't say the main character, right? And the rest is NPCs, but I do feel like they kind of were party members. And they were very squishy. Mainly under my foot. But still. It's sad that I lost my party members. Don't know what it is with my close friends. Actually, there's a chance that I may go again with Lux, so he's still around. Maybe there was a little phase a few years ago after we had broken up and he got a new relationship. I may have sent him a death threat or something. That was a little bit of a fallout like that, but we're back now, so we're back to being friends. And I didn't actually follow up on my threats yet. Well, I just get new boots. I tend to get I tend to replace my boots from loot upgrades. Or I get a duplicate pair, and I'm like, you know what, I'll just have that one instead. I'll leave the old ones behind. If I step on my party members, because they're like fragile little things. I'm just that kind of clumsy tank sometimes. A little clumsy. I mean, it's all that heavy armor and stuff, which is actually really transmogrified into having a revealing chest, usually revealing anything, but still, it's hard to move. People underestimate that because I walk around in a subliger and sandals. But they don't see that's actually really heavy armor transformed. And that makes it easy to stumble and crush my party members. So. It's hard being 6 foot and the rest is just slightly under that. Are you going insane yet from the music? I don't think there's another song that is quite like this. Quite as brainwashing. Wait, there is actually. Someone says here in the comments, this music is so beautiful. Truly, you don't want to know. I'm crying here. Thank you, theme park. Someone asked if you... Someone here just proposed. Like, the Dutch are insane. When it comes to this theme park, the Efteling, the Dutch are insane. They're so passionate. Like, even I am a little passionate of talking about it, right? I'm still a cynic, but in a way I'm passionate of talking about it. And imagine what it does to dumb people that are more infantile than I am. Like, they're in love with this stuff. Oh god, these are the dumbest comments I've ever read. Nobody's like sarcastic about it. There's like a lot of 10-year-olds commenting, but I don't think they are. That's the thing. It just reads like it. That just like maybe the song reverts them. It's like a sleeper agent. A sleeper 10-year-old. They hear this song I've been brainwashed with for an hour and, you know, for a long time. Standing in those queues on Sundays. And you hear a song and you immediately go back to that. You spent so many hours listening to it. I remember back in 2009, when I went back to the Efteling for the first time as an adult. Like, since I was a very young teenager. It had been a long time then. Maybe like a good 10, 11 years. If not 12. And that was in 2009, so you know. I love being able to talk about time like that. As I do often. 30 years ago, it had been 12 years since I last went there. And I remember we would run to this ride because it was still fairly popular back then. It was still big, but it probably still is popular. It never really fell out of grace. Probably didn't. Because it just kind of got something unique to it. Timeless. Which obviously is the fucking jump scare death drop, but yeah. So I had something planned for us.
I got a surprise for you now.
Because I'm gonna continue with The Sims, but I'm like, you know, this Sims is gonna be a little slow. Sims can be a little slow. So let's see what else I can do. Am I just capturing my WhatsApp? No, thank not. Thank God not. Oh. Damn, that 6th cup of caffeine today hits really well. I don't want to know what I'm like. If I were, I'm really scared to find out what I'm like when I'm not encaffeinated now. Because I've been permanently encaffeinated. I've been on a permo. I'm on a permo caffeine trip nowadays. It keeps my depression at bay though, but... Oh, I just answered my own question. What will I be like when I don't drink caffeine? Depressed. There it is. Addicted as fuck. Still wondering if there's some alternative to streaming. I don't know. I like the social aspect of streaming, but I don't like the pressure of having to be the center of attention all the time. Like I do like a little bit of being the center of attention, but at the same time, it requires energy and time, and it feels like a personal failure if I do not manage to captivate people, which is hard because like I'm low energy, a very low energy person, which is why I use literal fucking drugs here to be more animated, to be more anime. So what's happening in The Sims? Let me show you. Where is this? I kind of changed the layout of my OBS, so I'm still. What? Can we do this? No. No. I'm not using my ZTuber avatar today. That's interesting. You're also very low energy, so you can relate to it when I just talk like this, and like yeah, whatever. So do you also prefer normally speaking to chat instead of talk physically? Because that's my normal thing. I don't like calls much. I don't like in real life stuff yeah much. I like slow chats. Look who's arrived. It's Howard from the Big Bang Theory. He was loosely based on that. I don't know why. I don't remember why. I don't even know why he's called Calamansi. Is that his actual name in the show or something? I don't even think I've really had any kind of reference. I don't think he's supposed to be bold. I just see I made his feet really tiny, and I gave him heels. That was a weird era. It was 2020. I don't know. How can we hang if I'm not streaming, Pork Chop? How can we hang? What other ways are there to just hang? Cause I don't know about. On one hand, I like the social aspect, but I feel like I should do it maybe once a week. He means business. He's gonna fucking get wrecked. Fine. Let me see. What are they up to? What are they up to, man? What are they doing? I feel like I should have made more meme sims, like maybe download Saul Goodman from the gallery, or but I don't wanna. I can't be fucked. I already decided to ditch The Sims 4 yesterday. I was like, you know what? Every time I stream, I decide to ditch whatever I was doing because I had like one stream fucked because I was tired. Well, not really. I mean, there's something about The Sims that gets me distracted. I cannot focus on it. But how can you focus on just someone doing the same animation over and over, right? He's not really caring for himself very well, is he? This guy he got a full-up bladder. Tip me at Ko-Fi.com Zach Mustang. Apparently, that is the part of the EA interface. Actually, it's fitting that I'm asking for money as part of the interface of The Sims 4 because you know the entire Sims 4 is like basically an incomplete puzzle that you need to add more pieces to and buy more pieces for. Every piece is a separate piece of the puzzle. Or as they said in Rango, a mammogram. I don't know why the fuck Rango has so many weird references to terms that the apparent target audience wouldn't know or wouldn't get. But yeah, Rango is a fucking wild ass movie. They talk about prostitutes and thespians being illegal in 7 states. And they joked about inbreeding. commenting on how the groundhog family of hillbillies, like a huge groundhog family of dumb hillbilly groundhogs or something. They're so I think the characters, one of the main characters said that their gene pool, their chromosome pool had dried up. Those, I think it's an inbreeding job. I don't even 100% sure, but it sounded shady. It did seem like a strange reference for a cartoon movie. But it is watchable at least. I cannot really watch 3D cartoons or anything. I cannot really watch most family movies or family stuff. I cannot. I'm too bitter. I say as I play The Sims 4, which is a very happy, jolly, family-friendly game. They're all laughing like they got zapped, but they're just that dumb and fried to begin with. It's like they sleep on an electric chair. Oh, there's no music now. Fuck. So, in between me practicing and trying to learn... Oh, he's hungry? Go cook. Go cook. Let him cook. He's not allowed to do it, but if someone complains, I'll just knock them out. I'll just zap them, they wouldn't know. Go cook. Oh, he cannot do it autonomously? Because that is bad form? Well, since they will not let me cook, because they're assholes, they would rather see me starve. Because it's their house or something, whatever. Even though I'm paying for the food when I cook, right? I'm gonna make sure they're not... Oh, thanks for cooking for me. That's great. I'll have that. No, stay. Keep that out of your fucking... Thespian mouse. Thespian mouse. Did anything happen? Wow, that was a delayed effect. That didn't... Oh. That took a while. Oh, okay. What? Wait. Now put it down. You know what? Are they not dazed? Why do they just keep being zapped? Sure. Why can I not make it? Does this lot have a challenge for like... It had better not have that stupid challenge where you need to have fresh ingredients. No, it doesn't. Then why can I not cook? Do you need baking skill for the cannabis cookies? Yes. Okay. This looks like something you can choke to death on. But that doesn't seem to be a thing. I want a veggie burrito. Let's have that. I'm glad that if you just are out of the house, the rest keep themselves fed and it doesn't cost you any money to feed your Sims. That's a good trade. Just camp and couch surf. And you can just go and make your money and you don't need to spend anything other than maybe on rent. This is inappropriate. How you are inappropriate. Hold on. Why is it scrolling automatically at the edges? If there's one thing I cannot stand is that. How is that changed? Game camera, edge scrolling? Absolutely not. Absolutely no fucking hell in chance. You'll be allowed to do that. So what is it? What does a social life look like of another low energy person? Like I don't really have one. I know it sounds so sad, but I think it doesn't. Like it's like I could have a social life if I wanted to have more of one, but I just never have the fucks given. The only time I feel like having a friend is when I need to vent, and at the same time, if I did have a friend, and I was just venting to them, I'd feel guilty. You need to sleep. There's nothing inappropriate. You're interrupting. You're interrupting me. There you go. Sleep, Mrs. Chop chop. Chop chop, go to sleep. Chop chop chopra. This is inappropriate. It's inappropriate that you're ignoring my vampire powers. You know what's inappropriate? That you will not let me eat. You know, I'm sorry to say, miss, but this is me or you. This is my sim starving or you getting out of the way. Very sorry to say this. Everyone, please look away. Also, my sim should not have a reaction. Does he already not have reactions? Like, my sim is not... Like, kind of realistically wouldn't have much of a reaction. To his boyfriend. Don't have much of one, exactly. Isn't that lovely? And you're such an interesting person, too. And so, it's not like you couldn't have one. It's not like you couldn't have one. People are... But you're just too exclusive. You're too exclusive. That's my logic for myself, so I'm just projecting a little bit. Does Ho-Ho have a... Does Ho-Ho have a social life? I ask. Does Mewtwo have a social life? No. They don't hang with the basic bitches. I think Ho has one call with Lugia a year. That's it. They're just too fucking legendary. They don't need to hang with Ash Ketchum and shit. Although some legendaries have absolutely no standards, but that's how I see it. Options. Disable reactions for active household. That's actually better. And also, let's see if I can navigate this pie menu a bit more. They're immortal, right? I mean, let me check. I did think I... Okay. So, reputation loss, I don't mind that so much, but fame loss, that is... I mean, no, that is not how it works. I shouldn't lose fame. Disable fame loss. Enable fame gain upon being violent for a sim. Yeah, that sounds more like it. That sounds pretty good. He just becomes more beloved by being one, by being himself. He's just genuine. He's not a monster. He's just being genuine, authentic. I'm making the music the menu SFX now. I'm doing that. I didn't even click. Sorry. There was a bit of lag there. Well, the CPU was busy, so. Mm-hmm. He's not even a vampire. Let's just make sure he doesn't get... Nobody's gonna end up stabbing him. That wouldn't be realistic. He's too beloved. Okay, nobody would get it. Anyone would get it in their heads to kill my beloved Sims. They're gods. You wouldn't do that. Wait, where was it again? Okay. No arrests. No arrests for you. Wait. I said this a while ago, but I replaced some of the Sims and I don't know which one. I replaced it with updated versions from my main save. Uh-huh. Okay, so this one is a bit weird because for some illogical reason, these become main traits. These settings that should be hidden traits, they become main traits. Not reward traits, main traits. It's such a weird way to go about. Some traits that just affect some autonomous settings for your sim. It's really a weird mod in that sense. They're just flags, you know. They're not traits. In personality traits. Not getting arrested is not a personality trait. You know, like being a vegan is a personality trait in this game. So now can we go back to the usual nonsense? I'm going to have to ask you to leave now. Oh really? Oh really? Really? I'm gonna have to ask you to leave this plane of existence. There you go. Oh, she is unbothered. Did she just survive that? No. I was like, what? There's no exception. There's no exception there. Is this her ashes? I wish you could just have them buried or chopped up or something. This one has them buried and chopped up. What? So how famous am I now? Am I famous yet? Did I make it yet? I mean, my Twitch career wasn't really taking off. Could never get more than one viewer. Well, maybe he just, in addition to roasting her, he also sold her in half. Like the killer in the bridge. So, you know, he's still hungry. What happened? Did that... Oh, no, it's over there. Oh, fuck that. It's not your house. Leave the trash. Maybe that was the upper body, but her son can clean that up. Here, use your mom's upper body. It's on the floor. You hungry? You can eat it too if you want. I'm not judging. Oh, what's happening? Oh, been repairing a bit too much. That wasn't me. Oh yeah, that TV still needs repairing or sabotaging, whatever you're doing. Um, what if you get a little shock? I know, life is tough. That's Big Simpsy. My favorite content creator. My favorite game changer, Big Simpsy. Let's give her a little tease. I'm gonna die from starvation in this rate. Where is she? Oh no, she's just gonna be another half body if she's somewhere. Okay. She's sad or dazed? Oh, that's quality. I made that. See that? Or one of my forms made that. Yeah, that looks like something I would make. It's weird I have this because... Oh, maybe they just randomly moved in here. What is the entrepreneur skill? For real, I never really looked into that. Where's that come from? So we had someone kill themselves through repairing a bit too many times, despite not being very handy. That was kind of the point of the club. Although I'm sorry to say I haven't been able to redecorate this house yet. But that's because I haven't learned the fire spell yet, the infinite spell. Progressing your side hustles and excelling in odd jobs and freelance careers. Oh, I see. I didn't know that was a thing. Interesting. That might actually be interesting if only, like, for instance, there were any freelance jigs for him. Let's just go sleep. Oh, he zapped himself. Ah, yeah, that happens, doesn't it? Lucha who? Oh, wait a second. There's a bed here. Why would you bother? There's a bed here. What do you mean you cannot go there? What do you mean you cannot go there? What do you mean? That's not realistic? Um, Teleport. I do not suffer nonsense. So you sleep. And I will make sure that... Oh, I cannot do that. I don't have the power to lock doors yet. Wait, is this the power to close and open and lock doors? Sure, that's what I'll do. So we can deny access to everyone but Zakiri, so my friend can rest. I'm just generally surprised, all things considered, that he's not able to go here. I really don't like it when they suddenly have clay in their inventory. Please tell me that that neighborhood challenge shit is off. Pack settings. Enable NPC voting. I don't even know if you can turn it off. But because it's one of those neighborhood challenge things that spawns items in your inventory and it's just so irritating. Yeah, just ignore the clay, wherever the fuck it came from. I really don't like it when clay starts appearing out of nowhere. They're doing shit with clay. It usually means there's something going on with the action plans. Um, release all ghosts. No, not all of them. Let's see which ones. Oh, I can actually select it. You. We need this one. This one needs to stay around. And you. Go. Delete it. Well, so far no one has chased him out of his bed. So I guess I don't need to lock the door. Is there some reason why he cannot... Oh, he's not gonna bother me, is he? Because then he's the next one to go. He can join mommy. I don't mind even... Maybe this time I will... use the upper body and connect it to the legs of his mom, and then we'll be one. Together. Oh, he's fine, he's fine. He's still not bothering my sim. That's fine. You do your thing with your mosaic and shit. Is he using bath salts, or... That's pretty bougie. That's a pretty bougie bath he's taking. So, it seems the club meeting is over. What's he doing? It shows over his hat what he's leveling? Didn't know that was a thing now. That's new. He's leveling his gaming skill while on the phone. So, can you... Did the door just lock behind him? Who did that? No, I don't know. Are you complaining to me? I don't know you. Stop trauma dumping. Just because your mother died today in your kitchen doesn't mean I need to hear about it. Throw away everything. Just get rid of it. I'm cleaning up this shit. Because I'm gonna squat here for a while longer. Well, the amount of electrocutions today has been a little bit underwhelming. I don't feel like I really met the quota. But maybe once I can get some fires started, we will have better numbers. We'll pull better numbers. The output of urns will be more profitable. Okay. That was a Sims 4. Ladies and gentlemen, Zach. The man behind the curtain. I'd like to thank the man behind the scenes. Incredible team. No, come on. Come on, don't be shy. I don't just come. Just go on, stand here. Show yourself. Come on, you worked hard. All right. So here's the man that made it happen. The man that made it possible. Producer, sound engineer. He is doing anything related to the text, to the UI. It's Zach, everyone. You don't even see him. You never even see him, but it's thanks to him. This whole show was made possible. Thank you. It's nice to get a little bit of recognition for the artwork, but it's nothing. Don't worry about it. You made it happen. You'd think it was me. I'm just a host. Just a humble host. I take off my hat for this man here. Oh, come on. I did work pretty hard in this production. I do ensure pretty high production output, it's true. Also, thanks to Dogecoin for sponsoring our show. Thank you very much. Dogecoin. I actually have Doge Hype banned. That was the #1 bot spam thing in my chat, Doge Hype. That was always in every spam bot message. Don't know why that. You'd expect more variety, but it was always that. And when I wasn't an affiliate, the ceaseless amount of bots that tried to sell me followers was crazy. So I got a class in 10 minutes. I don't look forward to that. But at least I was with at least 5 minutes to do something else. I feel like having... I don't know what it is, but I feel more and more like having a sort of an episode where I'm just gonna watch streams. I also just kind of wish that there was a manifestation of me that could keep the streams going so I can watch my own streams. Like I would be so interested in what I was gonna do. I would be so curious about what I'd come up with next. It's something different every week. Different games and different kind of material and different ideas. There are few content creators on this platform that push the envelope. Is that the word? It's not a push the envelope. Push boundaries, I guess. Break new ground. Clock sound for oscilloscope. What the hell? What's this? Oh, it's just a sound font is just like the instruments they use. $204 views 12 hours ago. Okay. The one where you wave your hands over top with the wire? I don't know what you mean. So this is the game with this sound font. Sounds like a lot more than the sum of its parts. I remember this one. I think. I remember this. This particular rendition of the song. I recognize the crappy art style. How old is this? This is older than 13 years. Exiting the forest is super simple. This feels like early aughts humor. This is popping up after the remake announcements. How old is this? This is not 13 years old. It's much older. It's gotta be. So I was seeing a lot of people have been getting this again. But I actually remember this song for like, I mean, who doesn't remember this? The original, at least. So I also kind of remember the lyrics vaguely, or at least some of it. Is it only 13 years old? Only? I loved it. You see the word? That was a slur. It just feels more 2003 to me than 2010. Very early 4chan era, maybe. How old is this? She doesn't want to marry Mario. I mean, has she ever expressed that wish before? She could have. She had all the chances to do it in between being kidnapped. How old is this really? I just struggle with it. This is a re-upload. Look, it's 371 subscribers. There's no way this is the original. So it is called Rawest Forest. How old is this? It's gotta be from one of those Newgrounds things. How old is it truly? On June 14th, 2004, Brian Baker uploaded to Newgrounds on June 14th a remix of the song under the name Gino's Forest. Inspired by Joe Redda for remixes. But is Rawest Forest is 2007, okay. A semi-professional rap song. Semi-professional, that's a nice way to describe this. To describe anything. This is a semi-professional stream. With extended layers and called it Rawest Forest. And posted on Newgrounds on June 8th, 2007. That's about the latest I would have dated this. So there were various versions uploaded to YouTube, but originally Newgrounds 2004, 2007. There you go. This part about Gimme Frog Coins, Gimme Ice Bombs was from 2004. Glad I'm not completely losing it. I can still tell, like, despite the fact that the internet era is a little bit... It's all digital, and I can tell, oh, this is a different cassette tape from what we have now. Or a different quality. It's not just that. You can tell it from the sense of humor and stuff. The type of cheesiness. I didn't even think it was funny or anything, but it was kind of a banger regardless. I think that was more of a banger than it was funny, but it still tries to kind of be funny in a sort of 90s kid way, you know? It really is a rap song. Do we really need a remake of it? Because it's like the original was good as it was. What's a remake gonna add to it other than some graphical juice? You just follow these patterns. something that's a rapping song, I will say that it's kind of weird. Metrum to the song parts doesn't really match the melody that well. Path turns. Says the stress is on the wrong syllables. It's path turn, no, path turns. Path turns doesn't work. It's weird because the actual I guess that's a semi-professional part because the raps themselves flow pretty good. But then the song parts they don't work out. I don't like that. They should have put more. But then again, that did make it memorable for me actually. That did make it memorable for me. The weird inflection, the weird stresses in the song. And that was a bit of a throwback. That was the retro fit kit, which is an actual name of a fucking Sims 4 kit, by the way. And you get some neon colored tracksuits for $5. Least value for money. Guaranteed. Which is impressive, I say. I've already admired their efforts. There's something groundbreaking in offering so little value for money. It's almost a scam, but not quite. Like, to really try and find that line. Where are we really just selling nothing? Could we have like a nothing kit? Nothing burger kit? It's impressive. Cutting edge. Cutting edge lack of value. In a way, pushing the limit. I mean, it's forward thinking. It's the future. You pay and you get nothing. Next stage capitalism. Thank you, AA, for bringing that about, for being such an innovator in this field. Anyway, thanks everyone for tuning in and hanging out, and whatever happened, monetize the raw, yes, the decayed corpse. They're standing over like that body, the Chopra, the lady that I kill, like those legs are somewhere on a slab in a mortuary, and it feels like that is a metaphor for The Sims 4. EA leaning over it, maggots crawling out of her legs, and it's just like they're like, we can sell more of this. We can sell more maggots for these legs. We can sell people these pairs of legs and then sell them the maggots separately. That's a metaphor. I don't know what kind of metaphor, what it's really meant, but it's like the corpse of The Sims 4, they keep selling it. They kept selling more parts and bits of this corpse. Still waiting for some of the toenails. But I like that. I like that. Monetize the rot. And the brain rot it induces. Yeah, I should really go and have my next stream. Now that I'm a bit de-energized. It's been lovely. Hit me up on Discord if you need me. I may not be around as much for a bit. We'll see. We'll see. I kind of only want to stream when someone is around and asks me, like, shall we want to do a stream? I want to do something sociable. Do you want to hang out on the stream? That is fine, I guess. Maybe that works. Rather than just flinging shit, see what sticks, see when someone shows up. Because if nobody does, it's kind of, it's just a waste of time. All right. Ta-ra. Goodbye forever. Bye-bye.